This is a News 13 update.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Chris Parks, and this is a News 13 update. Florence County native and NASCAR Hall of Famer Cale Yarborough has died. Now, during his career, Yarborough won 83 races, and he's just one of two drivers to win 3 consecutive championships in 1976, 1977, and 1978. His family says he died early this morning at McLeod Hospice after a long illness. Cale Yarborough was 84. New tonight, a 15-year-old was hit and killed by a vehicle in Horry County. The Horry County Coroner's Office says Austin Bernard was hit around 5:30 this morning as he walked along Highway 17 Business in Murrells Inlet, not far from the Inlet Square Mall. We're working to get more information from the Highway Patrol on that wreck. Now to Scotland County, where Laurinburg police investigating right now a deadly shooting. Officers were called to an apartment complex on West Boulevard around 2:30 this morning. They found Rashad Thompson dead. Thompson was 35, had a Maxton address. Authorities say the alleged shooter surrendered to officers when they arrived. That person's name and charges have not been officially released. An update tonight out of Horry County. We now know the name of a person killed in an early morning wreck yesterday in Conway. The Horry County Coroner's Office says Brittany McGrath was 33 years old and had a Conway address. The wreck happened around 1 o'clock yesterday morning on Juniper Bay Road near Little Buck Road. That's a little bit northwest of Conway. Authorities say McGrath died after her vehicle hit a utility pole and a tree. The cause of the wreck remains under investigation. And if you're still looking for the perfect place to ring in the new year, the Market Common has its own version of the New York City Ball Drop and Countdown. The annual New Year's Eve event is known for its iconic way of ringing in the new year along the Grand Strand. As the Market Common becomes a southern Times Square, the event started at 9 and ends at midnight. Nearly 4,000 people gather for the annual event. And the best part, the celebration is all about supporting local businesses. And our final stop is in London, where Big Ben chimed at midnight to ring in the new year in the UK. The celebration also featured a fireworks show. Happy New Year to all our friends across the pond. With the energy and excitement in the air, you would have thought the Panthers won the Super Bowl last season. The Queen City loves them some football, and the fans showed out for the Black and Blues annual Fan Fest. Good evening from Darlington. As you watch us, of course, the race is underway here at the track Too Tough to Tame as the playoffs begin and the race for the Cup Championship in November really heats up. Good evening and happy holidays from Orlando, where it's not much warmer than it is in South Carolina, maybe 5 or 10 degrees. It's chilly down here. We're on the eve of Coastal Carolina's first ever college football bowl appearance, and while the team is focused on being 12-0, there's more to the game behind the scenes in this one. For the first time in nearly a decade, the Johnsonville football program got to play for a state championship, and there was plenty of energy, excitement, and enthusiasm and pride in the small town of Florence County as they aimed to cap off their season with a 14-0 mark against the second-ranked team in the state in Christ Church. Good evening, Julia. We're just about wrapped up from today's competition and practice rounds, and we are less than 24 hours away from the real competition. We've been chatting with the favorites and contenders all afternoon, and another one of those hails from the Palmetto State and is a past champion of this event. Good evening again from Boone, North Carolina, where Coastal Carolina and App State are roughly 1 hour away from kickoff here. So Chanticleers enter as an underdog here in the high country. They're going to try to break this 2-game losing streak and get their first win here in program history. Well, at some point, the time was going to come for CCU men's basketball coach Cliff Ellis to retire. And with the recent changes with the name, image, and likeness, and also the transfer portal, he told me it was a battle he couldn't win from a coaching standpoint.